Welcome. We are back. Primetime Podcast. El Señor Jorge Acosta. Our newly, apparently Lakers fan, Charlie Suarez. Nope. And myself, Marcos Cabral, with special guest today, Mr. Carlos Cabezas from Quantic Wholesale. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Wee! How you been, brother? Great to see you.
Thank you. Same here.
Thank you for coming by, brother. So, a lot of exciting things this week. It's been, we had our 2022 sales rally yesterday.
Awards?
Which was phenomenal. Our awards came out yesterday. We had our individual team awards. So, I mean, I had a great time. All of us are exhausted from it.
We had Magic Meal in the house doing magic.
Magic Meal. Mm-hmm. So, let me tell you about this guy. You don't know about Magic Meal, do you, Carlos?
No.
Let me explain something to you about this guy. This guy is probably a wizard or something of that nature. It was very odd, the things that he was predicting. It was just super. Let me explain to you one of the magic tricks that this man did on us, okay, if I may.
Do the Wikipedia one.
Wikipedia, that's the one I'm talking about. So check this out. Charlie, were you there? You weren't there.
No, I didn't see that one.
There. So check this out. So he gives me my phone. He says, listen, go on Wikipedia and search for anything.
Mind you, he says Wikipedia has over 9 billion articles.
9 billion articles, okay? And how many words?
Any given article has about 7,000 words.
Any given article has 7,000 words. So he says, listen, go in, pick any article you want. Just
search any article you want.
Anything you want.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I go in, okay, perfect. You have the article? Yes. Don't let me see it. Okay, got it. Now, George, go ahead and look at this article and pick one word from the entire article.
Any word, as hard as it could be. Doesn't matter how many syllables.
Doesn't matter what it is. Just tell me what it is.
No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me. Yeah. Don't tell me what it is. Just visualize it. He goes, okay, I picked it. All right, cool. Send it to me.
Yeah, he's like telepathically.
Send me the word. And he starts going.
The first letter.
The first letter is an S. Okay. Yeah.
George throws a plow.
No, listen.
I showed the people next to me which word.
We even showed it to the people around. Second letter, it's a V. No. It's a U. Okay. Third letter, G. Okay. Start spelling it, right?
He gets the entire word.
He gets the entire word. He said, your word is suggestion. Freaked out, right? There's 7,000 words on this thing, right?
George is laughing, carrying on, jumping.
No, laughing. We're maybe more of a fear situation, right? Because who do we have in our office right now doing this weird magic stuff, right? Okay. Figures that out. Then he goes, all right, now I'm going to figure out the article. He looks at me, right? He goes, all right, I'm going to figure out the article here. You're searching for, you know what? I think you like entertainment, sports, this, and that. Okay. Maybe it's between sports and entertainment, but not just any sport. You don't look like a baseball guy. You look like a basketball guy. He goes, you didn't just search basketball, though. You searched for the entire organization. You searched for National Basketball Association. And that is literally what I searched for.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I did the same thing. He did the same thing for me.
You tell me how he did it. I don't know.
We don't know. There's a video. I think
there's a video.
Lewis is going to post.
We made Lewis record it. We made Lewis record it just to look back on it.
And all of the tricks were ridiculous. Like, he had a sign on a card, like on a random card, our names. Popped it in and out of the deck 1,000 times. You didn't know which way it was. And then he had you hold the deck. And he picked up his wallet, opened his wallet, took out an envelope that was sealed, and the card that you had signed with your names was in the envelope.
And there was nobody walking around.
And the envelope was sealed.
No, yeah, it was everybody.
It was sealed.
It's ridiculous. He got it on video. He's gonna post. I think Lewis is gonna post.
No, we're gonna dissect this video later and see what's going on.
Anyway, so
we're dissecting the video, but it's crazy. We had a great time though. Sales rally was amazing. Chuck had a great time.
Yeah, we did. We had a great. But I like the trick. So he asked me, name something, and I'm gonna put a picture of someone related to that subject. So he came up to me and he said, put it on a piece of paper. I did, and I put Chanel number 5. And he showed me a picture of George.
Oh, he has jokes. It didn't land, though. It didn't land.
You want to know, guys? Because George won an award yesterday for smelling the best smelling production manager.
Requesting permission to land. Control tower.
Listen,
Permission denied, sir.
They get a challenge flight 101.
Time for a new shirt.
Our
Time for a new
special
shirt.
guest, Mr. Carlos Cabezas. Brother, thank you for
hey,
coming.
by the way, excuse me, George, congratulations, man. You made the president's cabinet.
Yeah,
What an
I felt like
award.
the lady from the Titanic. It's
want you
been
guys-
84 years.
No, it doesn't matter, but I want you guys to know that yesterday was the biggest audience that PRMG's ever had, and George actually closed down.
Close the show.
The show. He was the main
closed
attraction, the
the
last
show.
show. I mean, people were going crazy and wild. It was nationwide.
I know.
Yes, congratulations, gentlemen.
Yes.
Very well.
So
very
I wanted
well
to get
deserved.
Carlos Cabeza on the show because obviously our theme for the last couple of shows that we've been talking about is obviously the change in the market, the change in rates are every day are going up through the roof, and the new non-QM space, how attractive that space has been, taking off, and all the products are being rolled out. And Carlos, you've been in that space for some time. You represent Quantic Wholesale.
For some time, but he had to bring a cheat sheet because apparently he doesn't remember his products.
No,
That's cool. I remember.
To the audience out there, don't forget, the phone number is 305-490-2188.
Whose number is that?
305-490-2188. That's Carlos Cabezas' direct number.
So obviously we know a lot about our internal products. We have the DSCR, debt service coverage. We talked a little bit about that product last year,
Yes.
or last time around. But you guys have a product which took me by surprise. How aggressive this goes to speak to how
Dun, dun,
aggressive
dun.
non-QM is getting. You guys have a NEVA loan, no income verified assets, what you guys call it a no ratio, but it's on primary. On primary. So tell us a little bit about that. How did you guys pull that one off, and how is it?
Explain that product a little bit to all of us.
I will. First of all, my name is Carlos Cabezas. I've been an account executive in the South Florida area for
100 years.
At least 25 years. So I've been doing non-QM for a while. I started with Quantic a year and a half ago. Quantic is based out
Great
of...
decision, by the way.
Thank you. Quantic is based out of New York, Manhattan. Their niche product, or the reason they opened up the bank, is for digital currency. Ownership wanted to bring out a product where it was very super niche-y, especially on the wholesale side. And the product they came up with is the no ratio product. That's the product where you do not have to show income or employment on the 1003, which is the application. You omit it, so they don't verify either. The product was made for banks that are CDFI, that's community development loans, that are required by banks that have branches throughout the communities. And the law is basically forcing banks to do loans, car loans or mortgage loans in these communities. They didn't want big branches or big banks coming in, putting branches, taking the funds out of that community and investing it in Wall Street or in London. They wanted the banks to put money back into those communities. That's where this product comes from.
And I'm looking at it. This says no restrictions for first-time home buyers. So literally, you could be a first-time home buyer and buy a property without employment or income verification, as long as you got a down payment.
correct.
That's crazy.
And down payment wise, what are we talking? 25%.
25% for the no ratio, 20% for stated income. There, you do have to be self-employed. But the one we're talking about today is the no ratio, which is 25%.
25% down.
Minimum FICO 680, which is not hard. 680 FICO. I mean, nowadays, I saw the other day they have a debit card now that people can use. It's a debit card. Check this out. The debit card. Use the debit card. The debit card, the company pays the transaction first and then uses the money from your account to pay back, and they report it to the agencies so you can boost your credit. So it's literally using your bank card, but it reports to the credit bureaus. And I mean, like that, there's a bunch of different ways of how to boost your credit. But basically, you guys just need a 680, and you're doing a no income verified assets, 25% down on
Interest
a primary.
only option available too?
Yes, there's interest-only options. You can also refinance rate and term, or you can cash out on the refi. Unlimited cash out.
Up to
Unlimited
$3
cash
million.
out.
Up to what?
$3 million?
The loan amount, the max is $3 million. The minimum is $100,000, which I get a lot of those because they do fall into that community development.
Let me ask you, the 25%, can it come from a gift?
It could be 100% gift from any family member. It's made. I like this guy. It's intentionally made that way.
My God.
It's intentionally made that way
Wait,
so they can qualify.
So a lot of us have been in the industry a while, right? I mean, it's fair to say.
A little bit.
A little bit. Just a little while. Is it more aggressive than what we used to see before, or equally?
This is one of
as
the most
aggressive?
aggressive products I've seen since 08.
It's aggressive in the sense of the product, but the 25% down payment. It's
Of course, you got skin in the game.
Yeah, there's skin.
Yeah.
A lot of skin.
Yeah.
These loans are performing off the charts. They
Right.
perform.
Of course. Yeah, you put 25% down, and you're not just
You're not gonna
let it
walk
go.
away.
Yeah.
Tell me about the rates, because look, our rates on the conventional govy side are just going up every day. I mean, it looks like every day is a price deterioration in the market. We get the alerts from MBS Highway. And we've been, actually, a lot of our investment transactions have been going DSCR because there's very closeness in the rate and the benefit of not having to document some stuff and go through the whole underwriting process. How is the rates look like on this, more or less?
We just had a meeting yesterday with the CEO of the company, of the bank, and the rates are being affected in the secondary market. They do sell these products in the secondary market, but it's not being affected as much as on the A paper side. So the rates are getting closer to the A paper, and actually is even it's getting even closer to the bank statement product. They're projecting that at one point that the bank statement product is probably going to be a little bit more expensive than this product, which will allow the bank statement program to fall into this program, which is a lot less paperwork, and
Right.
a lot easier to do.
A lot easier to do.
Yep.
Now, what do you think? I mean, let's just think really crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think these products will get even more aggressive?
Like the
Instead of a
LTVs?
75, it'll be a 90 or a 85 eventually. You think that's something that can be done eventually?
I think so. I think once the product performs to a certain level,
Yeah.
and the defaults are not there, they're going to keep raising it until it gets to the point where it's a manageable default rate. But I think it'll go up because it's not defaulting at all.
Now, what about the terms? Are we talking 30-year fix? Are we talking 3-year arms? What are the terms like?
The terms are 30-year fixed, no prepayment penalty. On the owner occupied, you can't have
Ridiculous.
Insanity.
What?
Carlos, so let me ask you. Let
market's
me
going
Are you guys
recap.
hiring or?
All right, so
No, the market's
let
going
me-
nuts,
let me-
right?
let me-
This market's going crazy.
Let me recap here, so because this is hard to believe, and I see here you have 1 to 4 units, condos, and pods. Okay, so on the condos, what about when it comes to condo questionnaires? How much are they looking into that?
They got Fannie Mae warrantable.
Yeah, we got both warrantable and non-warrantable. We have a limited questionnaire, condo questionnaire.
So basically, there's price adjustments whether it's warrantable or non-warrantable. That type of stuff.
Correct. There's a quarter hit if it's a non-warrantable.
And then you can also close under a corporation or LLC.
Yes, our investment product, not the owner occupied. The owner occupied has to
Yeah,
be
on the
an
investment
individual.
property, correct, of course. Quick question, because this is the question we get asked all the time. So let's say we submit something like this to your bank. What is the really standard time and we're looking at a return for an approval on these loans?
Well, we have a AUS system where it gives you an approval immediately. Once you have your 1003 and your credit report, you can just upload it and get an approval based on the credit and the information on the 1003. That you can get within 5 minutes. But the process from submitting a loan to closing a loan, we have 2 options. We have one that's one option is fast track, where you submit basically a complete file. There's a checklist that your loan officers get. If they follow that by the T, it qualifies, and they'll go through, and it closes within 21 days. The average turn time on that is 18. But what happens? Realtors, sellers, they get involved in these transactions, and they put pressure on you guys, on the loan officers, to give them a commitment, order the appraisal, and they put so much pressure on you that you guys go ahead and just submit the file as is. It's not a complete file. Those do take 35 to 40 days. Takes a lot longer.
I mean, the underwriting it's basically the appraisal and assets.
That's it.
I mean,
AUS does the credit, so the credit's not even the
Right.
underwriter doesn't even
You
do the
know,
credit.
as you know, we've been tracking this for a while now, right? Where we've been seeing non-QM kind of start becoming a bigger player, and the programs are getting more aggressive and more aggressive. And we're starting to offer it and getting very aggressive as well. So now when you start seeing these things roll out, it's going to end up becoming the norm. Now you start pushing that boundary little by little. So like you said, yes, I think eventually that will come to fruition, where you got the 85, 90 LTV owner.
does
owner
Quantic have a
occupied.
correspondent side?
No, they're broker out.
Oh,
No, no correspondent.
You would say that.
So, George,
I know what you're thinking, but
George, so George, can you tell our audience out here, where do you find this product and how this product, where is it in PRMG? So that
well, we
people
did. We
understand?
signed. I mean, I was very happy when we signed you guys. Honestly, I was a little skeptic when I first saw the product. I was like,
Excuse me, when we sign you guys, Carlos, tell the story, please.
Charlie,
Without the help of Charlie, this would never have happened.
Thank you very much.
That's a fact.
You know,
That's
I'm
a
always,
fact.
I'm always a skeptic of anything that Charlie brings to the table. So I always have to. Always
No.
look at it.
Not just a skeptic. Just say it. Just say he finally brought something good to the
There you
table.
go. Boom.
Guys,
So I'm looking at him like this is insane. It sounds too good to be true. Can we like vet this? You know, can we put it a test trial? But yeah, you guys have been rocking it for a lot of our LOs on the. You know, we broker it out. You guys are in the resource center now for PRMG.
on the expanded programs.
No. So yeah, I mean, we have our own expanded programs. We have our own internal non-QM stuff for PRMG, but you guys were able to broker out these loans as well to you guys.
Yep.
We don't have the owner-occupied NEVA loan, which is insane.
Which is insane.
Insane. I just saying
Who
it is.
came up
is-
with this?
Yeah, saying it is. Let me ask
We've been
you.
down this road before, guys.
Yeah, so it is
you
performing though.
bringing
They
it
are
back?
performing.
Off the charts, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
well, if you think about it, the great part about it is they're, like you said, skin in the game, owner-occ, but they're also 30-year fix. So you don't have something resetting after 3 years, which was a huge factor back then.
right.
Yeah, the 228s.
The
Remember that?
228s,
Yeah,
yeah.
228s,
The 228s with the 3-year prepay.
80-20.
You remember that? I mean, that's not really the case here. So you're
Is there a
qualifying-
certain time that they gotta live the property for a cash out, or be of the vesting on title? I guess what's the title vesting for cash outs on?
For the cash out, you can cash out a month after you bought the property. The thing
my
is,
God.
but there's a trick to it. After 6 months, you can go off the new appraised value. Within 6 months, you have to go
Off
on
of
the purchase price,
price.
or the purchase price plus whatever fixer up you did, whatever you fixed up, whatever cost is.
Gotcha.
Modeling.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Well,
So
you
the
gotta-
market's going to crash in 4 years, basically.
What do you think? Yeah, that's it. You've been in non-QM space a long time. What do you predict as far as valuations for properties? Because we've seen values, especially in Florida. We've been talking about it again over and over each podcast, and we think that a lot of the Airbnb has a lot to do with it. What do you think with values? I mean, you guys are giving 25% down, so there's plenty of room there for correction. But what do you think where values are headed? Is there a market crash or straight recession in your opinion, in your humble opinion?
I don't think so. I think it's correcting itself. So it's gonna go down while the rates go up. The values will drip down slowly because you have no other option, right? Unless, like we were talking about, the Airbnb taking over the market and everybody's investing in that. But that's
Right.
only certain markets. But nationally, you'll see the values drop a little bit as the rates go up. It'll adjust as the rates go up downward.
Well, you look at any product here, 25% down. You're talking over $100,000 with the prices of the houses now.
They do loan
So
amounts
there
as low
is
as
some
100.
major skin in there.
But Charlie, they do loan amounts as low as 100,000. So literally, you could do a little townhouse for $250,000, and you're putting what, 50K, and it
Yeah.
could come from a gift.
Gift.
But if you can only afford $100,000, 50K is a lot of money.
Right.
So if you look at it, there is, like this. Of
course.
That's why
It's
they're
75% CLTV. In other words, they can't get down payment assistance.
No down payment assistance.
Right.
Have to
It's
come
CLTV 75. It's not.
Have you guys
not-
noticed why Carlos, when he's not sure, he has that scary look?
He's like,
We should know this one.
He
No, we don't
goes to the air vents. He just,
Went to
he
the
does
brain
this
to
for-
find
You know what it is? You know what it is? Is that today's Friday at this
You
time
get
he's
your
normally
thoughts and then
he's
you-
normally at Happy Wine having his drink for the week. So he's a
So
little
he's,
dry
run, so
today.
he's running late.
Ask
He's
him
running
how-
late.
ask
He's
him-
dry today.
Ask Charlie how many guideline questions he answers for his region, though. Ask him.
How many turn?
Anywhere from
I'm actually impressed.
3 to 4.
I'm impressed.
On a weekly base.
Right?
We should get Charlie one of these for his region. like a little thing.
You know, if I get one of these for this region, George wouldn't have a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Marcos, what are you impressed with?
George wouldn't have a job.
I'm actually impressed with you. I mean,
Really?
look,
Your reputation
am.
doesn't
I've worked
foresee
next to you
you.
for a year.
Huh?
You-
No, we're cool, right? We're friends and all this, and we chit chat or whatever. But you're also cut from this cloth, right?
That's funny.
So the fact that you come here, right, and you know your stuff, I'm impressed. I am. I am. I really am. So congratulations, sir. Thank you very much for being so informative and coming through. And but you really do know your stuff. So I didn't listen. He must have done something good in his past life, and he came through for
we
you.
talked last night and we went through all the guidelines. We actually
You rehearsed it. You cheated. No wonder. I knew something was up.
joking.
Something is afoot.
Real quick prediction. What's the Govy to non-QM ratio for 2022?
I don't think we should do that right now. I don't think we should. So listen,
We 2080. Like
we don't
80
want
non-
to, we don't want to talk about this.
8 of the last 10 submissions have been non-QM in my pipeline.
You know,
Really?
So we were never really non-QM heavy. You know this, right? We've talked for years. You joined Quantic, which is an amazing lender, right? Kudos to you, by the way, right? Because you were looking for the right place for a long time. You landed at the right place. We've been talking for a little over a year and a half. As soon as you got there, we still weren't very non-QM heavy. We killed our non-QM in-house after COVID, as did a lot. But as soon as they opened right back up, I mean, we went aggressive with it. Now I'm seeing that it's a huge market share right now in the non-QM space. This is proving it.
I can tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
It's
Share the insight.
when you guys are out there selling conforming FHA, those type of products, you get heavy into it. But as soon as the volume slows down a little bit, then you guys start opening up the files and say, wait a minute, let's put this somewhere. And I know it's just
Makes sense.
the volume, and you guys are super aggressive. I know I was telling George that the salespeople in PRMG are fabulous. I mean, they're the top-notch salespeople. And all you guys are doing is let's go find some other business. Where is it? Non-QM, boom.
Right.
Jumped in it quick.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're and that we literally talk about it maybe every other podcast where we're seeing how aggressive it's becoming and where does it stop? I mean,
It doesn't.
I had one last question because I hate to put you on the spot, but what about seasoning requirements for bankruptcies, foreclosures, and all that on this noration?
Same as Fannie.
Same as Fannie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
George's mind is blown by
Yeah.
George's.
Most of the
I
guidelines
think-
is off of Fannie Mae.
Yeah.
I think
You
George,
mentioned something earlier. I didn't really catch it. You said something that they opened this bank and it was due to crypto. What elaborate on that.
Digital
What do
finance.
you mean by that?
The bank is based on digital currency. Yeah, they don't
Quantic
have
itself
Quantic
as
itself
a
as
whole.
a bank, and their branches. That's all they do.
Really?
The owner, Steven, says, I want to bring out a niche product into the wholesale. He came up with this product.
but explain to him what the word quantic means.
Quantic means Quantic. I don't know.
With Charlie, listen, I'm
You know what it was? You know what it
It's
was?
a wild animal. A wild animal.
Hey, I'm on to you. You just wanted him to do this again. I'm on to you,
Charlie looks around. He's
I'm on to you.
like, Charlie
I'm
looks
gonna
around.
get
He's like, it's my cue to say something. What do I say?
Carlos, give me
get
the
him.
definition.
What is
Definition of
quantic mean,
quantic.
All right, so
sounds like
he's
a James Bond
so
movie.
he had a lot of digital currency funds, and he's trying to wash money in the. No, we got to get this deep guy in. This is great.
man.
This is excellent. I am so excited that you guys rolled out this product because obviously more loans, more families,
More
that we're
opportunity.
helping out.
Oh, yeah.
Service
in
in our community.
It's going to be, what, 20-30% of the pipeline going
Yeah. No, I'm going right back to my desk right now, calling all the LOs and telling them what we got going on here.
Tell them what's going on.
Tell the other branch managers so they can call me.
We will. This broadcast is going to be sent all over the place. The thing is, what's your availability going forward from here? And we need to discuss the percentage of. Because we're going to make you a star.
What's the
You
risk?
are, yeah, we're making you a
What's
star.
the risk?
So, Carlos, let me ask you, as the AE in that company, what number are you now? 2, 3, 1? Where you at?
I'm up there in the top 5.
Top 5. Okay. So after this, I want you to know you'll probably be 1.
I hope so.
Let's get him to the number one spot.
We're gonna get you to the number 1 spot.
Gonna get
And
you
we're
to
hoping you
number one
invite us to Happy Wine one day for your happy hour.
Anytime you want to come.
There you go.
I'll invite you.
There you go.
Nice. Well,
Nice.
thank you, Carlos.
Oh, thank you for
And
having me.
for the people watching, where can they find you? How can they find you and locate you?
305-490-2188.
Just
Well,
call any of you guys. You guys have all my information.
Well, thank you, Chuck, but I was asking Carlos.
Oh, my name is Carlos. Oh, you didn't say Cabeza.
Your name is Chuck.
He's go by Cabeza.
Sweet. All right. Well, Lewis will put the information down for everybody. Thank you again.
Thank you for
so
joining,
much,
brother.
for joining us.
Thank you, guys. And till next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.